Football is back. Football is back. New season, new smoke. It's me again. It's T again. I'm here and football is back. So this video is going to be me giving my Premier League predictions for the upcoming season. But I'm just so happy, man. I know after like two months into the season, I'm just going to be tired again. I'm going to be fed up. I'm going to want the season to be over. I just know it. Spurs are going to piss me off. But for now, I've needed football to come back, man. Love Island's got done. We've had the Euros. England is coming home and all of that stuff. But nah, Premier League football is coming home. Premier League football is coming home. And man needs it, man. We all need it. So let's get into this video, man. I'm gonna start off by saying I think should I do relegation or should I do Prem first? Or should I do like top four first? Which one should I do? In fact, fuck it. Right? Let's get into my bottom three. So who I think is getting relegated. I'm gonna go Fulham, I'm gonna go Bournemouth, and I think Leeds will go down. So Fulham, Bournemouth, Leeds. I think Forest are going to stay up and they're going to be calm. I like Forest's business. I like a couple of Forest's players. Nikate is quite good. They got Lingard. They got Brennan Johnson. I feel like Nottingham Forest is going to be like the Brentford. They're going to be like the Sheffield United or the Wolves. That team that just comes up just on votes, on smoke. Season 1 teams kind of struggle to deal with them. And I think they're going to get a few like big results. They got some last year as well. Didn't they beat Leicester 4-1 and they knocked Arsenal out of the FA Cup? So they're definitely like Prem ready, man. They've definitely had some kind of like experience going into it. Not experience, but they've had preparation, from last season going into this season. And I think they're going to be fine. Fulham just seem to be doing the yo-yo thing. So does Bournemouth. I got no faith in them. I haven't really paid attention to their windows, but you know, I still think Mitrovic is Fulham's main striker. They've still got a lot of championship type players. Same kind of thing with Bournemouth. And I'll be honest, like there needs to be just something where like teams like Fulham and Bournemouth, they can't keep coming up and down, man. We need like a bridger league. That's what we need. We need a league for man that's too shit for Premier League but too good for Championship. That's what we need. And Fulham, Bournemouth, Norwich, West Brom, who else fits that category? Watford, like Cardiff, all of them kind of like shit teams. Like they need to be just in theirs. And the aim is you can't get promoted. You're just in between Premier League and Championship, man. Because it's just annoying. Like just seeing same kind of teams coming up and down every single year. But yeah, I think Nottingham Forest are going to be the one that kind of stays up. I think Fulham and Bournemouth will go down. Leeds, as much as they've made some good signings and they've had a very good, you can say good window. They've had a very busy window. They've brought in a lot of players. I still believe that Leeds are going to really, really struggle defensively. I still think it's going to be problematic for them. I don't know where the goals are coming from. Yeah, so that's my bottom three. We're going to get into top four now. My top four, I think, will be, and I'm going to do it in order. Well, actually, no, I'm not going to do it in order. It's going to be City, Liverpool, I think, Tottenham, and I think Arsenal will get there. Chelsea, at the moment, for me, are a shambles. They've got new owners. I don't think Tuchel knows what to do. I don't think they know what to do with Thomas Tuchel. So Tuchel, however you pronounce it, but yeah, I just feel like Chelsea's going to have a lot of issues this year. And based on what I've seen in pre-season, and obviously, look, pre-season, this comes out hours before the first game's even played. This comes weeks before the window's even shut, so they can still like make manoeuvres and adjust and do all of that. But when I look at Chelsea's team now, I don't see a team that can come top four. I don't. Do I have faith in Thomas Tuchel to get them there? Nah, man. He's a shaky don still. He's mad shaky. Do I think they've got the goals to get there? No. Do I think they've got the quality? They've got quality in like key areas. They do have some quality players, but no. Do I think they've got the talent ID to get themselves out of trouble? No. So I'm not really high on Chelsea, and that's kind of why I don't have them in the top four. I think Arsenal's had a decent window, overrated by some of their fans, but I think their window overall has been good. They could even come third, but I'll get into my placings a bit later. But I think they've had a good window. I think Jesus is a very good signing. Zinchenko's going to be a good left back. I actually think he's probably going to be their best left back. You know, I know people's going to be talking about Tierney. Tierney's a little bit air for me. Like he's not a bad player, but I don't think he's this top left back that everyone makes him out to be. And also he don't really play enough games. So Zinchenko's going to be a very good signing for them. And who else did they sign? Sorry, they signed Fabio Vieira. He's a little baller, a little bit like weak, a little bit of a half-hearted youth, but he'll get stronger. He'll go gym. He'll bulk up. He'll become more bolo. He'll become more physical. He'll settle into the league eventually. Because Odegaard, you know, man like Shodegaard, no way. I'm not feeling Odegaard, man. They need to upgrade him. I still think for them to maybe like get that top three, I still think they need to improve their midfield. But I think for now, I think fourth is good. I think they've kind of settled down with Arteta. They've made some smart signings. Again, I trust them more than Chelsea at the moment. It's not even that I think they've got a better squad than Chelsea. I just trust Arteta more than I trust Thomas Tuchel at the moment. So I'm gonna put Arsenal fourth. I think they'll have a decent season. I've got Tottenham third. Now, I'm very kind of hesitant with this because I can see Tottenham also having like a Chelsea type season. For me, Tottenham's window has been very underwhelming, and I'm going to get into that in a later video. But I think Tottenham's window so far has been underwhelming. For me, there's still key positions and key pieces that we haven't actually added. I still feel like we're going into the season with the same problems. You know, we still need a creative player. I still think we needed like a different kind of player to Son. So probably somebody that's a little bit more skillful, someone that can kind of take a man on and win fouls, and you know, just someone that's just a little bit better in one-on-one situations for me. I just think we needed something a little bit different. We still need the left centre back for me. Langley, he ain't the truth. Jed Spence, I don't see it with Jed Spence. I don't think he's going to be that top right back. And I've seen enough of Jed Spence to have this opinion and say this. But Jed Spence is a young player. He does actually have a lot of potential. He does do a lot of good things. I just think when we look at it long term, I think it's just Jed Spence, Langley, Richarlison. Like we could have done better. But I think Antonio Conte, we've got Basuma, Skip. Hopefully we've still got Sarr, Son, obviously Kane, Kulusevski, who initially I was skeptical about, but if he can do what he was doing last year, if he's the guy that he was towards the end of last year, I think that'll be enough. Along with Conte as well. I think Conte is a good enough manager to kind of keep that team afloat and be consistent. So because of that, for me, it's coming down to manager. I trust Conte more than I trust Arteta. I think Tottenham have enough quality and enough pieces in their team to, and they've now actually got squad depth as well. I think they've got enough to kind of get the top four and be comfortable. I still don't think they can talk to City and Liverpool yet. Obviously, listen, the window isn't over. So maybe if Tottenham add a number 10, if they add left centre back, if they can maybe add another fullback somewhere, maybe it's a different conversation. But I think for now, I think Spurs will probably be. I think Spurs will get Champions League football, and they might even have a good cup run. I'm hoping we win something this year, but I think to talk about winning the league, nah. it's not. But as of now, nah, man, don't really see it. Second, I'm gonna give it to City as of now. Obviously, window isn't over. This is just what we know now. I'm gonna give it to City because losing Jesus and losing Raza, to me, that's just a madness. Like they've just lost it, two of their best outlets, and I think they're going to be a little bit easier to play against. I know they got Grealish. I think my guy Grealish, I think will have a very good season this year, because you can kind of see what Pep's doing. He's kind of building that team to try and get the best out of Jack Grealish. But City, for me, still need an explosive player. Even when Jack Grealish was the guy, even Jack Grealish was the Jack Grealish he was at Aston Villa, they still had outlets. They still had direct players. You need it. You need it for Grealish and Foden and those guys, because they like to play in combinations. They like to play with freedom. They like to come inside and outside. So you need outlets to preoccupy defenders, and I don't think City's got that at the moment. And so because of that, I think City's going to find it really difficult to just win a lot of games. And that's the only reason why I'm going to have Liverpool winning the league this year. They've lost Sadio Mane, but Liverpool still have enough outlets. Darwin Núñez will score goals. Jota will score goals. Salah will score goals. Carvalho is a very good techie player. Harvey Elliott's nice and techie. Jones is techie. They've still got Trent, still got Van Dijk, still got Konate. So I just think Liverpool's more balanced. I'm not even saying they're better than City. I don't think they've necessarily got better out and out footballers, but Liverpool's team is more balanced, and I think as well. Pep, I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. I just feel like this is just going to be the year where Klopp's just going to be a little bit more on it than what Pep is. Pep's won it 4 times in the last 5 years. I think now Klopp's going to want to be on smoke, and he's going to want another Premier League to kind of show people, okay, you know what, it wasn't just a one-off season. Like, we can do it again. We can't only win it when Man City have really big deficiencies. So I think, yeah, man, I think they'll win it. So now we're going to get into Europa League positions, which is 5th, 6th, 7th, I do believe. I believe, obviously, Chelsea, I believe United and West Ham will be 5th, 6th and 7th. United's got a new manager, so they're going to be one of the most interesting teams to watch in the league. But I'm going to be real. I think United are maybe 2 seasons away, or a season away from finishing top 4. You know, I think they'll make massive strides this year. I think they'll get some very good results. I think you're going to see patches of really good football and really good performances. But I just think the gap that they need to get, like the gap that they need to close, to get to top 4, it's crazy at the moment, man. I don't think they've made it now. And you look at their window, they bought Terrell Malaysia. Big up my namesake, but yeah, no, I just don't think they've done. I don't think they've done enough at the moment. I don't think they've done enough business. Obviously, I'm expecting them to add some midfielders. I'm expecting them to add a number 9. Probably a right back as well. I think they might need. I'm trying to think who the right back is. What, Delo, Wan-Bissaka? Yeah, they'll probably want somebody more attacking. They're probably going to want more techie options than McTominay and Fred. Bruno is air to me. They need to replace him. Oh, sorry. Of course, they got Christian Eriksen. Well, of course, I think he's going to bang for United. But they need more than Christian Eriksen still. Yeah, centre halves. They got Varane, Maguire. I think Maguire will be better this year, but yeah, they still do need a centre half or 2. So I just think, even though United right now, I think will be a better team, and they're gonna look better in the eye. They're gonna look better in the eye. I just think United at the moment, they don't really have enough to talk to the teams above them. West Ham, I think, will be 7th. I think it's gonna come down to the same thing. I think squad depth will just be the main thing for West Ham, man. I think Scamacca is going to be a good signing for them. It's good that they finally got another striker, because now they can rotate with Mikel Antonio, and they can actually add more goals to their team. But I just think, again, squad depth will kind of catch them up, man. And I just think quality of other teams will just be would just be too much for them. But if they finish 7th again, it's a good season. I can see West Ham having a really good cup run. I can see them being a semi-finalist of like a FA Cup or a League Cup. I think they've got enough quality and enough depth in them to be able to do that. But I just think, again, Premier League, it's in a different era at the moment. There's a lot of good teams. There's a lot of talent. A lot of good coaches. Yeah, I think West Ham will have a respectable 7th. Anything below that, it's kind of hard to say, man. Like, I'm not really interested too much in the year. So not in the years, in years below. So in the teams below. What I'm now going to do is, though, I'm going to give you a team that I think is going to be like surprise package. So one of the best achievers, and I'm going to give you a team that I think is going to be one of the biggest flops. So going into it, I think obviously a bait option will be to flop. I think underachievers, a bait option will be Chelsea, but I'm going to go for a team that I haven't mentioned now because I want to try and cover as many Premier League teams as possible. I think Aston Villa will have a poor season. I think they're going to be the flops. I think they're going to be the bums, not the bums, but they're going to be the flops of the Premier League. I think Aston Villa's got so much expectations going on them this year. They've got Coutinho, they've got Gerrard, they signed Diego Carlos, I'm not convinced with. They've still got Mings, they've got Digne, they've got Sanson, I was going to say Luca Bailey, they've got Leon Bailey. Right, as a Jamaican, I shouldn't be butchering a man's name because that's my dog. But sorry about that. But yeah, no, they've got a lot of players. They got a lot of names and a lot of players. But I just think it's just not going to click. And Gerrard, he started off alright last year, but when push came to shove, it didn't really. I don't know. It just kind of petered off, man. I don't know. Whatever smoke he had, it just died down, man. Like his buzz just died down. So they're two for the flops, and for the overachievers, I'm going to give it to two teams. I'm going to give it to Crystal Palace and Brighton. And maybe not overachievers, but I think they're going to have mad years. I think people are sleeping on both teams. Both teams, in my opinion, have great managers. Graham Potter for Brighton in particular, for me, is one of the best. I think he's one of the best managers in the Premier League. If you look at his overall coaching ability, how he has Brighton playing, something like the mid-block that he has his teams doing, the pressing that he does, the way his teams can keep the ball, the way his teams transition is quite good. He's now added balance with Mperu and Caicedo. Welbeck is now giving them more P&P, he's now giving them more legs, so they're a more dynamic side. They're still lacking that striker, but I actually think if Brighton and Crystal Palace, if they can both get an upgraded striker, an upgraded number 9, because both teams have just got bare pants man up front. I think if both teams can add better number 9s, I think you're looking at the rest of the top 10. I think they will kind of make up the top 10 along with like a Leicester. That's truly what I believe. In fact, not Leicester, Wolves. Sorry, I think maybe Wolves, Crystal Palace, and Brighton. If those two can get strikers, I think that will be the top 10. I've got faith in them. Palace have mad ballers. They got Eze, they got Elise, Zaha. They got that youth from Derby. They got Chet Doucouré, who everyone's rating on a madness at the moment. Guehi's a top defender for me. They got Tyreek Mitchell, great defender. So Palace have ballers, man. Palace just have saucy dons. They got some saucy dons, and Patrick Vieira is building something very, very, very good there, and I think people are still sleeping on them. And yeah, I just think they're gonna have a mad season, man. They're gonna be that team that nobody wants to butt. So that's my predictions for this season. Stay tuned. I've got more content coming out. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'm out.